Hi, Christine.
Hi Neil, how are you?
I am well, thanks. And yourself?
Things are pretty good. Things are pretty good on my
Great.
end.
Thank you for joining me today. Let's just get right into it. Tell us about where you were at in your career and what you were doing when you first discovered Quickbase.
Oh yeah. So back I was a project coordinator for a high potential leadership program at Aetna before it was acquired by CVS. Our participants rotated each year to different parts of the finance org, and that was to help them learn the business and then ultimately understand where they wanted to land once they graduated that program. We rotated over like 90 people out each summer. We had a fresh new group every year. I supported the operations and the program manager who ran that program. But I was introduced to Quickbase by one of our junior participants that were actually in that program, and it changed my world right away. I remember thinking, why hasn't anyone told me about this, and why aren't we talking about this more? I quickly learned that Quickbase's ability to like take what we had created in multiple Excel sheets and combine that to provide us data was changing. It was world changing for me. Um, and from that, I had learned the tool, of course, and then I had started building. So I, became a customer. But I learned about Quickbase in about around 2019. Yeah, it was about 2019.
Great. What were your first reactions to it outside of the what the obvious with Excel?
Oh, it was amazing. We were managing about 7 to about 10 Excel sheets to manage all the information from our candidates that went through that program. Everything from hiring dates, offer letters to what parts of the finance organization they rotated in, how well they did there. We even asked our participants to volunteer each month, and they also had to be a part of committees. So just tracking their entire experience through that program, which was 3 years, um, between 10 to 12 Excel sheets was really, really challenging. So I love Quickbase for allowing me to be a little more proactive in that role and not be so reactive and just, people know how Excel can be, especially when you're working multiple Excel sheets between multiple people. It's a challenge to know which is the most up to date version, and all those challenges you get with sharing Excel sheets.
Sure, sure. Now I know 2019, not all that long ago, but in the world of SaaS and Quickbase, a lot of things have changed. So, what do you know now about Quickbase that you might have wished you had known when you first discovered it back then in 2019?
What do I know now? The wealth of information that's out there to support new builders. Quickbase University. I use Quickbase University, but the community, Quickbase Help, office hours with Sam Trakey, and of course services. Services is fairly new, but I wish I had it while I was building because it is so valuable to new builders, and it really takes you step by step through your first building app process, and really also shows you how to build an app properly, from planning to collecting information, to then building this lucid chart that we have now. It would have really helped me spin up our first app a lot sooner. So I would say services would be my main my main one.
Yeah. And is that what you're doing now? Now that you've crossed the line and are over in the Quickbase world?
Yes, yes. Now I am part of Quickbase. It's crazy to be on this side, but I am a customer success manager in our services department, and it's really cool to be on the other side of this and helping other customers build their apps.
Sure, sure. Well, I'm sure you can relate.
Yes, yes,
Um,
absolutely.
anything on the horizon that you particularly are excited about? Anything on the roadmap, or for even just this the release that's happening this Sunday?
I'm always excited to see what we're taking the platform and taking those new things that people are excited to to get their hands on, like our Gantt chart. I have a lot of customers in my book that are interested and just eager for this Gantt chart add-on to be released. We have a lot of customers who deal with project management, and it's no surprise that Gantt chart is something that project managers rely heavily on. So I'm really, really interested and excited for our Gantt chart add-on.
Mm-hmm. So when you come over to Quickbase, and I've watched many people go through this as from a customer working kind of siloed view in the use cases that are presented to them in their realm, and then they come over to Quickbase and they start meeting other customers. Anything particularly interesting to you, or when you started seeing how other people were using the platform? Once you started working with other customers in different industries.
Yeah. I mean, working from customers really big to really, really small, I think that was my favorite part of this role. Just seeing what people are using Quickbase for and just the capabilities. I mean, you can do so much with Quickbase. The opportunities and combinations are endless. I have to say, for me, once the customer really gets comfortable and really develops a really core knowledge of Quickbase, when they take it up that one step, when they start including code in their Quickbase pages, or when they start connecting data from app to app and really being able to provide these reports that they've always wanted to create, but for some reason or another didn't have that opportunity with other platforms that they used in the past.
Sure. Yeah. I like the way you kind of frame that as like taking a Quickbase app to like the next level or like the next stage of growth. And I think that happens in a couple different ways. Sometimes, time passes and an app just has opportunity to grow because of new features. And then it's just also builder enablement. Sometimes, you don't know what you don't know. And then once you've enabled yourself in a new area of the platform, or something like code pages or webhooks or something, you can really enhance and optimize and take it to that next level.
Oh yeah.
Magic wand, Christine. If you had one and you could use it on Quickbase, is there anything you would change?
Anything I would change? Nothing that I would change. I know that we're making improvements to our user interface, which has also been a great request from our customers. So it is on the roadmap, it is on the way, but I'm very, very excited to see how we develop that look and what it ultimately looks like.
Sure. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I'm also interested to see how that pans out. One of my favorite questions I love to ask everyone I talk to about Quickbase: you are on an elevator with someone who particularly does not know much about technology, computers, cloud, that kind of stuff. What's your pitch? How do you explain Quickbase to them so that when they leave that elevator, they could tell it to someone else?
This is a great question because Quickbase can do so much. You can easily say too much, but I think I would try to compare it to like a recipe. A recipe has many ingredients and steps, and on their own, they're great, but when they come together, it's magic, it's wonderful. Everything works together to achieve a goal, like in a recipe. And Quickbase is the recipe that brings together all of your data, people, projects, and processes to work more efficiently. So once you combine all those things and they're able to communicate with each other and work together like a recipe, you have this end meal or goal and project that just works better than what you may have had in the past.
Sure. Well, now I'm hungry, but I like the way you said that. That was great. Christine, thank you so much for your time. This was great. Always a pleasure chatting with you. And I will talk to you soon, I'm sure.
Great. Bye.